All right, what up, you guys? So I was just going to film a video of just how I do my makeup, like just every single day. You're gonna have to ignore my cute bun, but this is real life, and I figure this is not trying to be fancy for anybody. I'm just trying to like show you what I do, what day in and day out. So anyhow, let's get down to business. Before I do my makeup, I generally just prep with like a really light lotion, and I put it on probably after I get out of the shower, like 15 minutes before I do my makeup. Let that kind of soak in a little bit. And then I don't really wear a lot of primers. I know that, you know, a lot of people do and a lot of YouTubers do, and I just feel like they give my face like a really, I don't know, I kind of have like more mature skin, you know, and it's getting different as I get older. I have a lot more like crepey skin under my eyes, and I don't know, like it doesn't really make a huge impact for me personally, but if you like a primer, you do that first. Foundation I've been wearing for probably 5 years now, and I've purchased it over and over and over. It's by IT Cosmetics, and it's the CC cream. It's a color correcting full coverage cream, and it's really good for, I mean, I've yet to see one person who's worn it to not like it. So I don't know. It has pretty good ingredients, and it has a 50 SPF in it, which is a big deal for me because that means I don't have to wear anything else. I can just put this on, you know, it's good for summertime. Right now I'm kind of in a weird place because I'm in between light and medium. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll do like a little pump of each, but I'm almost out of light. So we're just going to do medium and just like hope that I don't look like an Oompa Loompa. So I usually start with like one pump, and I kind of just, I have a little foundation brush. It's just by Tarte, so it doesn't really have any, I don't know, it doesn't tell what it is. So yeah, we're kind of, you see, we're kind of at a weird place. It almost doesn't match, but it, you know, my face is kind of pink, so it matches my neck a little bit better. Anyhow, I just kind of dab that all over. Under my eyes, get some on my forehead, and then I just buff it in real good. And I always go a little bit down onto my neck. Try this a little bit. There we go, better. Try to avoid that stupid nose ring I should have never gotten, because now anytime I put on makeup I have to avoid it, and then it's just stupid. And okay, this is a huge like controversial thing. I always go and put my foundation on my eyelids. A lot of people don't, so that's also a personal preference thing. I don't like a ton of products. I don't like a ton of nonsense. So I just use this as my eyeshadow primer. I also don't wear a ton of eyeshadow. So, excuse me, if you're one of those people that wears a ton of eyeshadow, by all means, you do that. If you really need a good canvas for like a really glam eyeshadow look, do it. I just don't wear a lot of eyeshadow, so that's why I don't. You know, and if, oh here, I'll show you a good one if that's your MO. It's by Urban Decay, and it's an eyeshadow primer potion. This stuff's really, really good. So literally anything will stick. So, and a little tube of that will last you a very long time. So, okay. So once I have my foundation pretty much all blended in, like I was telling you, I really don't like a ton of stuff on my face. So with powder, I like it to be extremely minimal, extremely minimal. So I have a couple of different powders I use. The one I really love, I don't have any more of right now. But I do have, it's the CC, it's the same as the IT Cosmetics. It's the Airbrush Perfecting Powder. I just barely, I just like barely touch my face with it. I don't do any of the baking or anything like that because I don't want to look all dusty and crusty. I watch a lot of people do all the, you know, they'll take the concealer under their eyes and on their nose and they'll bake it. Okay, I did that a couple times and I looked like a dusty, crusty old lady. It was no good. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to see that. I don't want to see that. Okay, so then the next step, sorry, excuse me, I didn't get all the right stuff up. Okay, so then I move on to my eyebrows. with my eyebrows, these are a point of contention in my life because no matter what I do, I just don't have them. They just don't exist on my face. So it doesn't matter. I don't pluck them. This is just what they look like. They're just little baby caterpillars or worms or something. I don't know. Little lines. There's like a hair and then a hair and then a hair. They're just like one line of like little hairs and they're horrible. I use a couple of different things for my eyebrows. Right now, or today, I'm going to use the Zings by Benefit. I use the color. Well, I don't know. I think it's the, doesn't say on here. What the heck? Anyways. Oh, number 1. I don't know if that's the color. It's like a taupe. And there's two. There's the, excuse me, there's the powder and then there's the wax. I've just been using the wax because I feel like the wax is almost like a pomade. And I just start out at the very bottom and I just follow that line and then I connect it up here. And I don't really like a huge, crazy defined brow because I don't, I want to still look like me, even though I don't have a lot of eyebrows. I still want to essentially look like who I am. I don't want to look way overdone. So I try not to make it, you know, too bold. And then I just kind of take it and I connect it right there. And with my eyebrows, sometimes I'll go back after all is said and done, my makeup's all done, and I'll touch them up a little bit more. You know, just, it depends from day to day, you know. Every day is different. Some days, you know, depending on how I'm like wearing the rest of my makeup and how I'm wearing my hair, I will make them a little bit bolder, you know, but for the most part, I don't. We'll take a little bit of that powder, kind of. This is where it gets kind of precarious. It's like right here. I don't like that blocked out look, but I also want to extend them out just a teeny bit, you know. There, good for now. Okay. Then I move on. This is the weirdest thing. Then I move on to lips. I don't know why. Just how I've always done it. It's like eyebrows, lips, because I need to see it as I'm doing it. I need to kind of see that look pulled together. So I am lining my lips. I always line, I really like a good like pinky or nude lip. And I've been wearing it really basic lately. So I outline just a teeny bit outside my natural shape. And then I'll smudge that out just a teeny bit with my finger. And then honestly, I've just been putting chapstick straight on top of that because I'm really dry this time of year. So that's lagging out. Then I moved to bronzer. This brush, my really good friend got me and I just really dig it. It's, oh man, I don't even know. RT, I don't know what that means. I don't know. 302. I'm not much help there. I have a couple of different palettes that I use for bronzing. This one right here, it's my hands down like ultimate favorite. It's the Clay Play Face Shaping Palette by Tarte. And as you can see, this one's one of my favorites, but I go back and forth between these two. So I'm just going to dig in that first one. And then I really, really like a deep, like, hollow under my cheek. Like I want that to look like carved out because I want my face to look skinny. Come on. So I just kind of, I don't know, I just kind of dig in there real good. And sometimes if I really want it to be like, you know, really deep, I'll put a little teeny, I'll like touch that barely and I'll just be like that. Blend that out real good. Yeah, and I have to be careful because I'll go outside and be like, whoa, I'll realize that I've gone crazy with it. Okay, so once I've kind of defined where I want my cheeks, then I'll go back in with that same color and I will hit my hairline. And I don't know why this makes such a dramatic difference, but it really does. So I try to never avoid this part. And I heard somewhere one time that you're supposed to make this look like a 3 or an E or an M or whatever, you know, whatever you want to pretend that is. So then you kind of just follow it down. Whoops. You follow it down into this, and then you follow it down one more time onto your, so it kind of just gives you like a well-rounded bronze look. And ultimately, what you're trying to do when you are contouring your face is you're trying to hit everywhere that would naturally create a shadow. So my cheekbones protrude, so, you know, it would create, the sun would create a shadow there. So you're just trying to give your face some dimension and some depth. When you put on foundation, you are taking away all of your face's natural shadows, and you're just giving yourself like this white canvas. And then when you're contouring, you're going back in and you are recreating the dimension that you took away when you put on foundation. So in a perfect world, we would all have like baby soft skin and we wouldn't need to wear foundation, and we would just rock our natural, you know, highlights and contours places. But, you know, we don't always eat the right things, and genetics don't always lend to the most beautiful skin, and the sun, and, you know, all these things have made our faces look uneven, and, you know, the environment and all this stuff. So anyways, so we go back and we put foundation on, you know, like it or whatever. You don't have to do it, but I do. So the next thing I do is like I said, I don't wear a ton of eyeshadow. I go back with this same palette, and I really like this color Ember right here. It's really, I don't know, it's almost like a terracotta, and I feel like it just gives me the look I like. So I just go back in right in my crease right there. Kind of orangey, I like it. And sometimes I'll go in and I'll use like a bronzer in the crease of my eye, just because I like that really, you know, I like to emphasize what I have, and I have a really deep crease. So I kind of just like to make that, I don't know, work with what I got. Anyways, I just do like a little rainbow sweeping motion. Careful for a fallout. Kind of just wipe it up if you get it. There, that's what I like. Okay, and then you're gonna go back in, or I go back in, and I take that very same color with just a little brown brush. I think this is from Sephora, and it's a precision smudge. So it's literally just a smudging brush. And I just go right up underneath, and I just follow my lash line, and I do that very, very same thing. Just like that. And sometimes I'll connect it to that eyeshadow up that I've put in my crease. Just like that. Yeah. And the very next step, this is where it gets weird, because I have, I would normally just put on mascara right now, but I have eyelash extensions. And so you're not supposed to put mascara on them. But I'm in a I'm in a, I don't know what the word I'm looking for. I'm in a weird situation right now because, you know, we're obviously not getting our eyelashes done. So I have like some that are falling out, some that aren't. I just kind of want to pull it all together and, you know, make it look like I don't have weird eyelashes right now. So I am going to put mascara on them, but you're not supposed to. So don't do as I do. Do as I say. Don't do it. Okay, so I don't usually wear a lot of eyeliner unless I'm wearing, I don't know, clothes that I'm like dressing up or something, going somewhere. I don't like to look overdone. I'm just not that kind of person. I always feel like overdone if I wear too much makeup and too much of anything. So I'm kind of like, I like more of the natural look. Anyways, this mascara that I'm using right now, I should probably tell you, it's Lash Sensational by Maybelline. And this is the shit. I love this stuff. I've been using it for years and years. If you've never used it before, it's really wet. So you got to be really, really careful. I'm pretty messy and I will do some crazy stuff. Oh, there we go. And flick it all over the place. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be like me. So just be really, really careful. I also tend to make a mess of like the tube right there. And then I'll steal Heather's because that's what you do. And then sometimes, not always, I will just barely like hit up the bottom lash line. I'll just kind of take it and just like drag it across those little baby lashes. Just because I don't, you know, I have kind of small eyes, and sometimes I feel like if you do too much mascara on that bottom lash line, it just kind of closes up your eyes. All right. So this is usually where I would just end. I'm going to take, just because I'm having some issues, like right on my nose with little couple broken blood vessels and stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, after everything's all said and done, I don't usually use a lot of concealer, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it for today. This one is, it's Creaseless, and it's light medium sand, and it's by Tarte. I don't remember I think it's just called Creaseless. I don't know. So I'm just going to take that and I'm just going to barely dab up. Oh, and I'm also having a couple little zitties right there. So we're just going to cover those up. And there's a little weird thing right there that we'll go ahead and hit up. So, and then I have like a little tiny beauty blender that I like. Oh, there it is. It's so cute. Look at that guy. And then I just go up and you just kind of blend that all in. Just brightens things up a little bit. Make sure you blend it in really good. Yeah, it just kind of makes you look, I don't know. I just kind of like what it does. Sometimes I'll put it under my eyes, but not very often. Just because it, like I said, it creases a lot and it just makes me look old. It just makes me look old. It doesn't do what it does for all you little girls who still have like perfect baby butt skin. It just makes me look like an old lady. Dusty, crusty ass old lady. And then I'm embarrassed all day, and then I'm like, I just want to wash my face and like start fresh. If I were to be working, or I were to be going into the salon, or I were to be doing anything else, like I said, I might pull this look together with some lipstick, or I might pull it together with just a really good smudged out black eyeliner on top, just to like kind of make it pop. But I'm not doing that. So we're in the middle of a move, remodeling a house. We're doing a lot of stuff that doesn't really lend to like a full face, a full glam look. So it wouldn't make a lot of sense. But I'll show you this lipstick, something I've been wearing for a really long time. And it's just my favorite thing in the whole wide world. It's called, it's by the Balm, and it's called Meet Matte Hues. And the color is Committed. And it is like, it even just smells so good. It smells like vanilla mint. And it has one of those little, what are these called? Like the doe foot, not doe foot. It's called something. I can't remember what this little spongy applicator is called, but this stuff is just freaking awesome. And then the black eyeliner I wear is by MAC, and it's called Feline, and it's the Power Eye Pencil. And I just really like it. I don't like to get funky with like liquid eyeliners and stuff, because I just, like I said, that lends to a more glam look. I like a more smudgy kind of little, I guess barely a cat eye. I'll like extend it out just a teeny bit, but I'll make a video on that some other day. This is just what I wear on a really like laid back day where I'm not doing a ton. This video is about 18, 19 minutes long, but this, if I was just doing it and I wasn't chatting and I was just busting through it, this would take me probably 7 minutes, real quick. I don't screw around a lot. So I'm going to finish this with Ready Set Radiant by Tarte. I really like this stuff. It's a little sticky if you use too much, but if you're pretty conservative with it, you just kind of, it's like 4 sprays. It's kind of has like a dewy finish. Maybe a little bit more. I lied. Okay. And then you just kind of let that dry. You can also use this before you put on your foundation. If you like want that, if you want it to stick, you know, if you're not really into primers like me, I don't know. I really like it. So anyhow, so that's what I do. So then time to go do my hair. Look at this mess. So I might just actually, while I'm doing this, I might just go film a video over my hair. So anyhow, hope you have a great day. I'm going to go get stuff done, move. Yeah. Anyways, have a great day. See you later.